What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to episode 2 of the Foot Draft Club Challenge. Today myself and AA are taking on Chelsea versus Arsenal. Obviously me as an Arsenal fan am going to be Arsenal, AA is going to be Chelsea. If you missed the detailed rules and rewards of this series, I do urge you to go and check out episode 1. If you want to check out AA9 Skills, links are in the description below. It's very important that you follow our Twitters if you want to be involved in the giveaway. And of course, the more you like this, the quicker it comes. So it's on you guys for how quickly it wants to, you guys want it to be pushed out there. So in short, the rules are as follows. It's Chelsea v Arsenal. I have to pick every Arsenal player. I then have to pick Premier League and English players first, and if they pop, I have to pick them. And then I'm free to pick players outside of the Premier League or outside of England. I get 3 points for a win. We play 5 episodes, so obviously 12 points up for grabs per episode. And the person with the lowest amount of points at the end of the 5 episodes will do a giveaway on Twitter to one of you lucky winners. And right now, although we both won Draft 1, AA9 Skills has 12 points, I deducted 3 points off of myself because I didn't follow the rules in episode 1. So I deducted 1 point per player that I screwed up with. So I'm actually on 9 points to AA's 12 points. So we've got some catching up to do straight off the bat. I'm going to go with my favoured 4-3-2-1 formation. As I said, guys, I do have to take every Arsenal player. And although, yeah, I have to take every Arsenal player and then Premier League players and English players, I like Lacazette as an Arsenal player. Is he not? Could I take him? Is that okay? I'm going to take Sergio Aguero. I like, other than like Alexis Sanchez, Ozil, Koscielny, Bellerin is always an Arsenal player that pops. So right here, I'm fortunate enough that I actually get to take Eden Hazard, which is great because he is a very, very good player. So the rules are, I think the order, I will clarify this with AA, but even if I get this wrong, I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. I think the order is Arsenal, Premier League, English. But, of course, every English player would be a Premier League player anyway, so it doesn't make any difference at all. We get no Premier League players and no English players here, so I can take this Team of the Year Messi that we actually had in the last episode, and it works because not only does he get the soft link to Aguero, he will get 6 chemistry no matter what now, whoever I have in these centre midfield spots. So it does look like we're probably going to end up going for a Premier League team. Do we get an Arsenal player? No Arsenal player here, so we will take Kante. He will, of course, get a strong link to Hazard. Oh, I've already screwed up. I've already screwed up. I'm not allowed to take Chelsea players. Because I don't want to have to redo the whole thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me pick the reserve. No, let me pick the rest of the team. I will remove Kante and Hazard. I'll put them on the reserves and I won't use them for the entire draft. God damn it. Right, so now Lallana has got to be the guy. So we'll take Adam Lallana there, the English player. And our third and final centre midfield, god damn it, our third and final centre midfielder has to be Doucouré. He's actually not so bad, to be honest. I've used him before and he is not the worst. I can't believe I took 2 Chelsea players. What a waste. I know there was Coutinho in there among some others that I could have taken. Next off the bat, we are going to go with Luke Shaw, bros. Obviously gets that strong link to Adam Lallana. Still no Arsenal player. I do believe the Arsenal player that we will likely get, I'm going to go with PK here because we have got Barcelona. Well, I've got more Barcelona players in the Arsenal draft than as many as I had in the Barcelona draft. There is a Premier League player there, so we'll take Olsen. We'll swap those 2 dudes around. This is where we're going to get the Arsenal player. We're going to get Bellerin most likely, right? No, we are not. Ooh. Damn, man. I would love to take that peace check, but Cedric has got to be the guy. He's Premier League. We have to take him. And then in goal, come on, give me a good Premier League goalkeeper. Pantilimon. Yeah, we'll take Pantilimon. Not so bad. That's the first time I've seen a Screamer card in such a long time. Maybe there was a Screamer Payet yesterday, actually. So far, all I've got to do is get out Kante and Hazard and hopefully find a link to PK or another Premier League defender. But I have not got an Arsenal player yet in 11 picks. I'm hoping that we do get at least one. That would be nice. So Barkley is going to be the guy we take and he's going to go in there instead of Kante. Obviously makes sense popping him in there. If we swap those 2 around, that doesn't change anything. So Kante will remain on the reserve. So it won't make any difference at all because he won't get a single minute of gameplay. There is our first Arsenal player. Francis Coquelin. And we'll pop him in. We'll pop him in instead of Doucouré. I hope now we get Bellerin. Bellerin would be ideal because it will get a strong link from. Oh, thank God for Coutinho. Let's go. We can now put Coutinho up here. That is magic. So Hazard and Kante will just remain here. They won't get used. It hasn't affected the draft in any way, shape or form. It would have been Coutinho that we'd taken anyway. So Zabaleta or Arnautovic. I'd rather Zabaleta because we'll pop him in there. That boosts our chemistry way up. And I'm actually quite happy with that. Have we got any links here that we can get up to? There's 99 chemistry. There we go. That is much, much better. So 99 chemistry on this team. Our two centre-backs are pretty poor. Who's got the better stats? Cedric's got better pace. Zabaleta's got better defending. 5'10 high for Zabaleta. 5'8 high medium. Right, I'm going to put Zabaleta in at centre-back. I think he'll be a better centre-back than Cedric would be. So now I'm just kind of like looking to improve the team in any way. We'll take Bruma there with that 98 pace for a sub. Won't be too bad. I wouldn't mind... Just defenders, really. I wouldn't mind just defenders. I'm happy with the attack. I'm happy with the midfield. I just wouldn't mind some defenders. And of course, if we could get more than one Arsenal player, that would be great. That would be great. Let's see what we get as our next set. So Kyle Walker we can take. Well, we have to take. So we will take Kyle Walker. And that's perfect because he's just a much better right back than Cedric. Brilliant. We'll then go for... Come on, give me a Smalling or something like... Oh, God. Do we have any Premier League players here? No Premier League, no English. Any 74s? We'll take Chandler as a 74 rated player. 4 picks to go. We've so far seen one Arsenal player. Hey, there we go. Mesut Ozil is our second Arsenal player. The dream, guys. The dream. Let's put Ozil there. Let's swap these two around. That puts us back up to 99 chemistry. We'll put Barkley onto the bench. And again, Kante and Hazard will just sit pretty on the reserves. There's another Barcelona. Ooh. Well, I have to take De Bruyne anyway, but I'm happy with that because he's better than Lallana. So we'll pop De Bruyne in there. De Bruyne and Ozil just made this team very nice. Very, very nice. And Alexis Sanchez is about all I could really ask for at this stage. We'll take Willian because he's Premier League, and we're going to have to start Willian instead of Messi as well. So that means we're going to have a Messi super sub. And then our final pick for the team is going to be... Well, we can't take Morata because he's Chelsea. So we'll take Matos for team of the season player. So I will put PK on the bench. I will put Bruma on the bench instead of Cedric there. We've got a full Premier League team. Obviously, that was never not going to happen. I quite like this. How tall is Walker? 5'10". Who would I prefer? I think I prefer Zabaleta at centre-back. Olsen's going to be a problem. The midfield is very, very nice. I like the midfield. And Coquelin will come off for Lallana or Matos. Probably Matos, actually. I know he hasn't got the greatest defending. But if you compare Matos to Coquelin, he destroys him in every attribute except defending. And I mean destroys him. So at half-time, Coquelin will come off. Matos will go on. Lionel Messi will come on for Willian or Coutinho, depending on how I need the improvement. And it's very likely that... If I need an attacking sub, it will be Bruma coming on for also Willian or Coutinho. And if I need that defensive sub, it will be PK coming on for Olsen there. Those will be the subs. But that, guys, is the team. Let's get a manager. Obviously, it doesn't really make any difference, but if we could get a Premier League manager, that would be ideal. Who do we have off chem? So, what do we have for chem? That would put Coquelin up to 10 chemistry. Brazilian manager would probably be the best. Or an Argentinian manager for... There's no Argentinian. Yeah, we'll take the French man. We'll get Coquelin up to 10 chemistry. So, guys, that is our team. Only 2 Arsenal players. We saw no Arsenal Lacazette. We saw no Giroud, no Alexis Sanchez, no Walcott, no Oxlade-Chamberlain, no Hector Bellerin, which is surprising. No Petr Cech, no Koscielny, Mustafi, Per Mertesacker, no Monreal. But we have got ourselves a full Premier League team. I am worried about that defence. It is very slow and doesn't have the best defensive capabilities. Let's hope that the midfield and attack can carry us through this draft and get us some points. That is the end of the team. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, so as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 189 team. Ronaldo and Messi 99 versions. Toni Kroos, Luka Modric 94 and 96. Felipe Luis in form. Not the greatest defence. Mangala, I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but you know who they are. God damn it, it's gonna eat at me. But anyway, dudes, as you can see, or as you could have seen, by the way, look at that again. Another corner conceded at the near post. I can't stop conceding near post corners right now. I don't know why. As you would have seen before, I had 9 points because I deducted myself 3 points. AA had 12 points, but when I was talking to him about it last night and explained to him why I deducted some points and stuff, I think he also made some mistakes. So he's got either 1 or 2 points that he's also going to deduct. So that's going to put us to 9 for me and potentially only 10 or 11 for him, which makes things even more interesting over this 5-episode mini-series. And we start off pretty bad on this game, conceding that first goal, but as soon as I got my first goal, my opponent literally collapsed. We went from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. We took it from 2-1, we go down the left-hand side, Coquelin into Sergio Aguero, back to Francis, into Coutinho, Coutinho into Willian, Willian with a nice little V-cut, and then boom, hits it so hard that the goalkeeper just simply couldn't save it, and he makes it 3-1. It wasn't long before the 4th goal came in. Coquelin spreads it to Aguero, back to Coquelin, into Willian. Willian with the shot, and the keeper again gets a touch to the ball, but cannot stop it from going in. It made it 4-1. Willian plays through Coutinho. Coutinho back into Willian, and Willian completes his hat-trick, this time in off the post. One of the most dysfunctional hat-tricks you will see in FIFA. Corner comes in, and guess what? I concede another corner from the near post. I don't know what EA have done. I'm promising you guys, I'm promising you, they've changed something with the way corners are taken, or the way defenders or attackers stand in the box from corners, because I am conceding and scoring considerably more than ever before. I do get a 6th goal. Sergio Aguero slots that one past the goalkeeper. You would expect the keeper to save that one too. We made it 6-2. Coutinho, Aguero, Aguero to Willian, Willian back to Aguero. Aguero gets in behind, steps inside, plays it back to Willian, and he makes it 7-2. And this is just a destructive game. And this guy was trying the whole game as well, right? This wasn't him like trying to foul me or slide tackling in. He was giving it his best shot the whole game. We made it 8-2, and this is where it was like, all right, maybe I should, like, you know, stop the scoring here. However, although I stopped the scoring, I couldn't stop him scoring, and he actually scores a really, really nice goal with Lionel Messi there. A beautiful driven ball across. It was Mariano, the right back. I knew I'd get it eventually. It goes into 8-3. He then does actually get a red card with Carico, his centre-back. I make it 9-3 with Kevin De Bruyne, and the goal scoring wasn't finished there. We eventually got to double figures with Aguero sliding it to Willian. Willian into Felipe Coutinho. Coutinho hits that across the goalkeeper, and what a strike that was. So 10-3 was the final score, and it gives us 3 points on the board from the Arsenal players. Or, well, I say from the Arsenal players. I've only got 2. But you can only make use of the best that you're given from EA. So we get 3 points from that game. We're now 5 consecutive wins. We come up against this opponent. 79 chemistry, 88 rated. Aubameyang, Crespo, Messi, Rooney, Ronaldo, Casemiro, Van Dijk and Matip in at centre-backs. Of course, Felipe Luis. You never ever don't get Felipe Luis. I would genuinely argue that in at least 95% of my drafts, Felipe Luis has been an option. Eventually, I got the first goal in this game. Willian with the shot. Comes off the keeper, Hugo Lloris there. Falls back to Coutinho. Coutinho into Shaw. Shaw to De Bruyne. De Bruyne back to Willian. And I tell you what, Willian again with another shot that's saved. And eventually, this does find the back of the net. We hit the post. We hit the shot there. I think, was that from Kyle Walker? It was from Kyle Walker, and it flies into the back of the net. How I didn't score before that, I don't know. But 1-0 was the score. My opponent does have a rare attack against me here, just on the stroke of half-time. I'll get the ball in the midfield. Mesut Ozil spreads a beautiful ball into Aguero. Aguero with some nice work with Willian. Beautiful little 1-2. Eventually, Aguero gets into the space. Could have cut that back. Decided to go alone and made that one 2-0 on the stroke of half-time. And there was time for another goal on the stroke of half-time. Aguero again plays Felipe Coutinho through. Coutinho gets into the space, lays it back to Aguero. This time I did cut it across, and Willian was there for a tap-in. And my opponent decided at the half-time mark to say that actually that was enough. You can see that I was quite in control of the game. My passing considerably better. I had more possession, way more chances, way more shots. And we get ourselves our 3 more points. So that puts us up to 15 points. Is it 15 points? Yeah, 15 points now instead of 18 points. So into the semi-final, we come up against a really nice 188 team. Striker Sanchez, Eden Hazard, Willian, Pogba, De Bruyne, Fabregas, Trippier, Danilo, David Luiz, Azpilicueta, and team of the season, Hugo Lloris. A very nice team, and he was a decent player, but it was another game that I did control. Mesut Ozil here laying the ball into Francis Coquelin, Coquelin into Sergio Aguero, back to Coquelin. I was thinking about having a shot there, I think, but it goes back to Aguero. Lovely little scoop turn, driven shot across the goalkeeper. 1-0 is the scoreline. Can't complain about that. And the second goal came as well. If I stop watching the replay of a bang average goal. On the stroke of half time, the ball goes into Coutinho there. He just shields off the defender, has a shot, falls back to Philippe Coutinho, takes the second shot, scores the goal, and we go 2-0 up. And it was the 90th minute for the next get a goal, or like very, very close to it. Eden Hazard here plays the ball into Mane on as a sub. Mane threads it through. Beautiful ball, beautiful goal to be fair. You know, just split my defence completely open. And it comes back to 2-1, but 2-1 was where this one finished. There was no more time for any goals, and we get another 3 points. So 9 more points from this game, and that puts us up to 18 points. We should theoretically be on 21, but my mistakes have cost me. And you can see by the match stats there, I dominated the game by chances, by possession, by passing, by the lot, and we move ourselves on into our second consecutive final. And in the final, we come up against a strong 4-3-3 team. Theo Walcott, team of the season, Hazard, Willian, Nainggolan, De Bruyne, and Pogba. I think is that Chiellini and Bonucci, the Florenzi, Alexandro. The only bad part of his whole team was his goalkeeper. And this was the first game in a long time where I've just been completely outclassed as a player. I don't know if this guy is someone that finishes top 100 in foot champs or is just, you know, recognised as a quality player in the community. I didn't recognise his gamer tag or anything. But this guy was very, very, he was just better than me. There's no shame in saying it. You know, he was a very, very good player. He played the draft immaculately. His passing was great. His shielding, his skill moves, the way... Look at that with Willian there. Excuse the green flashes of the screen there. But he gets the ball into Willian's feet in the box, does a backwards dribble whilst his back is towards the goalkeeper, and then turns and shoots. Honestly, I just couldn't deal with this guy. He was just far too good for me. He was a much, much better player. He did get a bit lucky to get his third goal there. I'd actually just had a chance as well to make it 2-1 up the other end, and it was off the counter that he got the third goal. He did get a bit lucky, but there's no question about the fact that he deserved to get the 3-goal lead. I eventually did pull one back. Ball goes into Aguero. Beautiful scoop turn. Beautiful finish, and it's 3-1. He did score a fourth, and after the fourth goal went in, I actually had to go. My daughter was making some fuss downstairs, so I went to see that. But and the reason why I was just happy to leave was because it was 4-1. You know, it was 4-1. It was game over. There was only 30 minutes left. He eventually scored 2 more goals, actually, whilst I wasn't playing. So there's no point showing those because they were just like little tap-ins. You can see by the possession, I just stood there. He let me like just stand there at kickoff after that. But he was just by far the better player. Absolutely, hands down, deserved to win. But we get 9 more points there, dudes. That puts us up to 18 points so far on this little mini-series. That's the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. Okay, dudes, so we lose in the final in today's episode. We pick up 9 more points. We should be on 21 points now, but because of my silliness in episode 1, we are down at 18 points. I know after episode 1, AA has 12 points, so I hope he has a relatively bad second draft and doesn't manage to get to the final and win the draft. We lost 6-1 in the final. I actually had to leave at 4-1. I had my daughter was having some issues, so but the game was pretty much said and done anyway. I take nothing away from my opponent. I didn't lose because I had to leave. I was kind of fortunate that I wasn't winning and had to leave. Otherwise, I might have lost from a winning position. But the guy was actually just destroying me. He was doing very good. He could easily have been 5-1 up before I left. He was already 4-1 up in like the 60th minute, and he dictated the rest of the game. I tell you who I was really, really surprised with in this game was Willian. He was amazing. 4-star, 4-star, 5'9", high work rates. He was just great, man. He was just really, really good. Coquelin was good. I didn't make a single sub the whole draft. We won the first 3 games convincingly, 10-3 in the first game. I don't know why that guy didn't quit. 3-0, 2-1, and then lost 6-1 in the final. Let's see what prizes we get, guys. Of course, the prizes don't make any difference. We get a gold players pack and a premium gold players pack. And the next club challenge will be, the Serie A / Calcio A. So if you guys are interested in that, of course, drop a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to check out AA9 Skills. His links are in the description below to see how he's faring in relation to me. I don't know what players are worth anything right now. I'm going to keep all of them. I have a feeling the 7 Club Challenge is coming tomorrow, which is going to give a lot of value to a lot of common cards. So we'll be able to open all of those dudes. Our second and final pack. No big flares here today, but we did get some pretty big players. You know, some like French off nation stuff like that. The left mids and centre backs are going to be pretty big. So there's some decent stuff, decent enough stuff there for us guys that should generate us some revenue back. But this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.